All right, we got voicemails here.
Let's do a couple.
We'll do like 10 minutes at most here. Go to anchor.fm/the CU podcast, and you can leave us your hopefully short voicemail.
Hey guys, it's Andrew of Ukraine. I have a question. Do you have any topics that you would not ever discuss on podcast under any circumstances? I know that for Ian, this is tales from a game store because it's much about personal life. So maybe any others for you, Pat? I mean, except obvious like religion, politics, and stuff. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Well, we brought up politics before here and there. We brought up social issues here and there, but it's not the purview of the podcast. I don't know. There's not a huge amount, I think, that I would be like, okay, I don't want to talk about that because of circumstances. Maybe if it's something that's touchy with like someone I know personally as a friend, don't want to, I wouldn't feel a need to go after someone without hearing like a full side of a story or something like that. I don't think I would do something like that at this point in my life. But for the most part, though, I don't think there's something we ever said, no, we're not going to discuss that at all. I don't know.
No, I don't think we have any hard rules on what we would or would not discuss. I'm open to discussing politics and religion whenever the need arises, which is not very often on a gaming podcast, but it does come up. Fuck you if you tell me that I shouldn't talk about politics.
Shut up and play games.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't really want to talk about my personal life. As I get older, I want to talk about my personal life less. I want to talk about my work life almost none at all. And I'm generally not like super into discussing sex because the questions always come off as weird and conquesty, and it's just not a topic I generally enjoy.
Yeah, the sex stuff is almost like, what's the point of discussing it? There was a podcast I had with a friend where they really, was him and his co-host try to really ask me detailed questions about my sex life. I'm like, how is this interesting? Like, who's interested in this?
I don't know who is interested in my sex life, and I don't want to know anyone who is interested in my sex life other than my wife.
Yeah.
Hey guys, James from Asheville, North Carolina. So now that we know that the difference between $100 and $1 million is a thin layer of saran wrap, do you think grading companies will turn their attention to the slabs? I know as a hardcore collectionist, I don't want my precious 9.8 game in a scratched up 8.2 slab. And of course, eventually I'm going to want to get my slabs slabbed. And I think this could be a pretty untapped market. Keep up the good work.
Slab session.
I fucking hate that you said that because someone's going to do it. Someone's going to do it out there. Someone's going to grade the slab of the book. Someone's going to do it somewhere, and it's god damn it.
Hey guys, it's Brian from Pennsylvania. Ian, what was your favorite pinball machine that you covered for the video game years?
I don't remember what I covered for the video game years because I was mostly just pulling from my favorites. But Centaur's the easy answer. And I probably said Fathom as well. Both Bally machines.
Pinbot, maybe, or
both from relatively the same era.
Bride of Pinbot? Is that a thing, though?
So, yeah, Centaur, Fathom. Both of those.
What was the underwater one?
Fathom.
Was that underwater one?
Oh, okay. And I probably covered Sea Witch as well, which I really like.
Okay. You used to like to cover one with a good art, usually with a female form on it.
Hi guys,
That's
long time
pinball
listener, first time caller. Just a couple questions. Was wondering, as someone who's starting to get into PC Engine collecting, what is the model you recommend, and what are some top hit games that you recommend getting first to start off the collection?
The games question is hard, and I try to answer it because they're all getting very expensive right now.
Shooters,
but all the shooters are very expensive. But get shooters. That's what the system is really ideal for. Platformers as well. Superstar Soldier should be relatively inexpensive. Definitely pick that up. The model, that's easier. Get a Turbo Duo R. Unless you're a collector, there's no reason to buy the separate components and piece together a CD-ready system. It looks really cool, but it's going to be really, really expensive. The Model R is a revision of the original PC Engine Duo, so it's better built. So PC Engine Duo R, get that. And what was I going to say about that? Just get that, because if you try to get just the PC Engine, you're going to realize half the games you want to play are on CD anyway.
Hey, Pat. Hey, Ian. Tony here from London, Ontario, Canada. Longtime listener of the podcast. Just wanted to ask, do you guys consider Metroid, Kid Icarus, and Rad Racer black box games, even though they're in those silver boxes?
Black box games.
Just always wondered. Thanks for taking my question, and keep up. the good work.
Well, no, because they're not black box games, but they're also a step up in terms of technology as well, especially since Kid Icarus and Metroid were disc games at first. Especially Metroid, right? Kid Icarus. Was Kid Icarus?
Kid Icarus was a disc game as well.
And Rad Racer, I mean, they're produced years after those black box games. Most of those were produced in 83, 84. So we're talking like it's a next generation of NES games at that point. Once you get to like Rad Racer,
it's easy in my head to see them as such because they had the same like dot art stickers, but no, I mean they're silver box. And games also, they're silver.
Ice hockey is the same style, but it's a blue box. But
it's blue box.
Yeah, but yeah, they're the next generation of NES games to me.
How dare you, good sirs? I have been craving a Friendly's hot dog for the past 2 years.
2 years.
And I live in Arizona. There isn't one around here for miles.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, man.
Hi, Pat and Ian. This is Liz from Rochester, New York. Got done listening to an episode where Ian recalled Pat saying in the past that he didn't think there would ever be a PS2 punk. And I've literally thought about that very often in the years since you've said it. And I wanted to tell you that I teach middle school, and my students refer to the PS2 as ancient and rare.
Rare.
So I think maybe there will be a generation one day who thinks that it's retro.
Yeah.
Love the podcast.
Whoa, you got like a Max Headroom thing going on there, Elizabeth, on your recording. Rare? They can say ancient because kids think something 10 years old is ancient.
No,
but
but
rare?
I think rare. So as a kid, I knew kids who did this sort of thing, and I think I when I was a kid, I remember getting games, like some of my first Nintendo games that were kind of after the fact when I was like 13 or 14, and thinking of them as rare. I think rare just. To a lot of kids, I think rare means something special, uncommon, old, something they haven't interacted with, not necessarily rare, just like a wrong usage of the word. There's nothing rare about PlayStation 2.
No, there's 100 million of them sold.
Right.
I mean, it's not rare. Was it still number one selling system? Yeah, all time. I could do a few more here.
Yo, Ian, Pat, it is your boy from Denver, Jonathan. Just wanted to say what's up. Short and sweet. I was a TG16 kid too.
Yay.
I have the mini. When you were watching those trailers or at Toys R Us, what was the game that popped off the shelf, freaked you out, and you had to get it? Or what was the game that you pined for hopelessly and never saw it? Get out to Denver so we can wrestle. Love you guys.
Everyone always challenges me to like jujitsu or wrestle. Everyone wants to kick my ass when I want to travel.
Air Zonk for me. That was the game that made me absolutely want more than Bonk, more than anything. That was the game that made me want a TurboGrafx.
Because I don't think my Toys R Us had that display anymore for all those later or even middle ones.
That's where I played it. Was at Toys R Us.
You played it there?
I played Air Zonk at a Toys R Us on a system that had a controller where the up button did not work, and I still wanted it so bad.
You, Ian. Mine had the kiosk where you couldn't play it. It was just the kiosk running it. So the two games that got to me, just because I never saw anything like them, Super Volleyball to me looked amazing. The other game looked amazing, and that was just a 2D, but you jumped up, and I was like, wow, I never saw a game that looked that fluid.
It was just the graphics that did it. Wasn't necessarily like the game itself. Yeah. I used to get that way with golf games. Golf games, they always made them look really nice.
The CDI golf games.
It was easy to do, I think, because you're just doing like a lot of gradients to green. But I always looked at golf games, and I was like, wow, the graphics are so nice on those.
All right, we'll do two more.
Yo, Ian, Pat, it is.
Oh, we just did that. We'll just do one more. Ian's got to go. We got someone that needs to update us.
Oh no,
on physical product.
Hey Pat, you're a real dumbass. You know that? I heard you crying about the Amico physical products and the way they work. Like, oh, this is so complicated. It's really not, Pat. For the last time, you have an NFT on an RFID card that you transfer to a VHS. You give the VHS to your BFF as long as they're a BBW and as long as they're a member of either the AARP or the NWO, doesn't matter. And then boom, you're playing your game. And be on the lookout for those factory variants. Rad Rocky found that one with the card on top and the coin on the bottom. That is super rare. He's the only one who has that. Oh, and Mikey Blitz has one like that. But apart from the two of them, Silent Bill has one like that too. Right. But they are the Piss Redfield has one. I forgot. But that's not the only kind of variant. Sammy in Hartford just got a copy of Missile Command that had some dried guacamole on it. Hold on to that one, buddy. Try to get it graded if you can. Don't listen to Pat. He's a dumbass, like I said. See you later, dumbass.
Hey, okay. Piss Redfield. I gotta look up that YouTuber. Piss Redfield.
Red Rocky.
Red Rocky. Thanks, Tommy. Well, Tommy, if you put that in your FAQ, some of that information, then I'd be able to find it.